And so as manufacturers, producers and importers, there are solutions to your foreign exchange challenges.
Awesome. Hello, I'm Sandra, Comfort Zone Manufacturing.
Mr. Frank, Amigo Manufacturing.
Fantastic presentation, by the way.
Thank you.
You sounded so confident in your presentation. How are you coping with the current economic recession in the country? You know, as manufacturers we are largely dependent on local market. Many of our finished goods are piled up in the warehouse. Because demands from buyers have reduced, what do you think is the way out?
You are right actually, I'm also experiencing the same situation. The current decline is making it difficult to sell locally. But I'm already preparing to take advantage of the African Continental Free Trade Area, AFCFTA.
AFCFTA?
Are you not aware of the fact that the whole of Africa have come together to sign an agreement to trade together duty-free? And that means, after manufacturing my products I can ship it to 53 African countries without payment of duty.
Awesome.
Which is an extra market for me. This program is starting next year and I'm already preparing to take advantage of it.
Wow, thank you so much. How are you going about it? And how can I also prepare for it?
Well, I'm currently training myself and other staffs to take advantage of this. And I've found an executive diploma program in export business from the American Institute of Extended Studies to enable me to achieve this.
This is great, thanks so much for the information. How can I also enroll for this program?
To register for an executive diploma in export business management and take advantage of the African Continental Free Trade Agreement,
simply call 0809-124-4449 or send an email to tradacademy@3timpex.com.
Welcome, sir. This is the second time I'm coming to see you. I need to know how to go about this export business. Please do relax, sir. With all due respect, I need to see a manager. You guys need to be able to give me enough information about this export business. I'm sorry, sir. The bank is a financial institution. We offer financial advice to the best of our knowledge. This is just waste of time. My manager might be able to give you some recommendations. Please do hold on. Hello, sir. Please do come with me to my office. So I was told you needed information on export business. Well, sir, a lot of opportunities have passed by me in the past few months. I have received so many orders for my product and services abroad I just don't know how to go about it. Well, it's a good thing you came here today. One of Nigeria's foremost trade consulting firm 3T Impex now provides export support services for both intending and existing exporters. Really? Support services like? Well, name it. Export market advisory, export product advisory, export skill acquisition e-learning, export pricing advisory, export contract advisory, export paperwork advisory, export finance advisory, to mention just a few. Wow, this is like a dream come true. How do I contact them to know more? Simply call 0809-124-4449 or send a mail to tradacademy@3timpex.com. Export service designed just for you. Subscribe to 3T Export Support Services now. Wow, man, you are doing quite good. You are not doing bad yourself. How is your business doing these days? With the economic decline here and there? You don't look like you are being affected at all. Well, it's affecting everyone. I just found a way of, you know, expanding market for my services. Really? Tell me more. Let's talk in my office. So basically, I found a way of taking my services to other countries in the world. Hence, I don't have to depend so much on the current economic situation in our country.
Oh my god, this is awesome. But how did you go about it?
Well, thanks to 3T Impex and American Institute of Extended Studies, I was able to acquire skills and competence to take my skills to the world. Through Executive Diploma in Service Export Management.
That's just great. Is this program just for everyone? You know I'm not into ICT service like you.
Well, the following services and many more can be exported. They are ICT, professional services, management consulting, marketing, training and education, engineering and architectural services, entertainment services, customer services and call center, graphics and photography, HR-related services. Don't get me started on the benefits. Earning in foreign exchange, increased sales volume and so much more.
I'm not waiting to hear more. I'm calling 08036522946 right away.
You can also send a mail to tradacademy@3timpex.com.
That's it. I'm signing up right away.
To sign up or know more about our services, simply call 08036522946 or send a mail to tradacademy@3timpex.com.
Hey Paul. What a surprise to see you. In the port, of all places.
Life is full of surprises, I guess.
You and this your sense of humor. I came to relax at the riverbank before I sighted you. So, what on earth brings you to the port?
Actually, I came to oversee the export of my products.
You must be joking, right?
No, I'm not.
When did you start producing? Not to talk of exporting?
I actually started some few months ago. I now produce and export processed food items. And basically I am here to oversee the shipment myself.
Wow. It's been barely 15 months since I last saw you. Won't you tell me how all this happened?
Of course I will. Let's go grab a sit.
So how did you become an exporter in such a short time?
Well, the last time we met I told you of my plans on exiting paid employment. So I was looking out for a business to go into. A few weeks later, I came across a training program organized by 3T Impex Trade Academy, one of Nigeria's foremost trade consulting companies.
Really?
Yes, the training is tagged From Export Novice to Export Legend.
Sounds great. Tell me more.
After 6 months I completed the Diploma in Export Business Management. And in another 6 months, I successfully produced and packaged, even without having a manufacturing company.
Amazing.
I know, right? And all this is aside the free export advisory services, free export license, free books and audio materials, to mention just a few.
Wow, thank the heavens I came down to the port today. I am definitely considering this. How can one get started?
Simply call 0809-124-4449 or visit www.globaltradecollege.com. You can also send an email to tradacademy@3timpex.com. Be a pal, own your own export business, and become an export legend today.
All right, good evening, everyone. If you can hear me, please kindly indicate. If you can hear me, just thumbs up. Happy Independence celebration. If you can hear me. Okay, thank you very much, everyone. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much. I can hear you. I can see your hand. Thank you. Thank you. All right, we'll be starting right away. and we'll be continue our conversation. We'll continue our conversation on exploring the export market within the African continent. Remember, this is part 6, and we're going to part maybe 15. We'll do this till most likely the end of November. And then after that, we'll begin to explore the market. We'll be probably going from one country to the other in Africa and looking at what does those countries import and what are the peculiarity of those countries, and how do we approach it, discussing different market entry options and strategy that can be deployed. What is so important for us as a nation is that we must, you know, ETLS is 30 years old, and less than 1,000 Nigerians apply for that program. And we have a number of Nigerian businesses that are not even aware of it. Now we have an opportunity on a wider scale under the African Continental Free Trade Agreement. And in my research, I've realized that one of the major impediments to maximizing free trade agreement, not just in Nigeria, even in other parts of the world, has always been awareness. Awareness of people being able to know such agreement even exist in the first place. And that's a major challenge for us in Africa. So today we are looking at exploring exportable products of Nigeria to African market under AFCFTA, part 6. Part 6. Part 6. Remember, if you are joining us for the very first time, these videos are usually posted. They are on YouTube, so I post the link on the Telegram channel. So if you are joining us for the very first time, I'm going to drop the link to the Telegram channel for you now. So if you join this channel, you will be able to see the previous edition. Olaide, if you have a question, please just drop it in the chat. I will entertain that when we finish. I saw your hand being raised up. So I've dropped the link. Click on that link. If you click on that link, you'll be able to join the Telegram channel. And on the Telegram channel, you'll be able to see the previous videos. Remember, this is part 6. That means we have had part 1 to part 5. We have had part 1 to part 5. Also, I've been introducing to you the network of practicing non-oil exporters of Nigeria. The board have been inaugurated, and the activities, the organization is getting ready to start and add value to Nigerians. If you click on that, if you go visit that website, www.empnem.org, you'll be able to register and be part of the network of practicing non-oil exporter of Nigeria. www.empnem.com, you'll be able to be part of network of practicing non-oil export of Nigeria. Remember our executive diploma in export business management and the fact that you have access to 10% commission when you get someone to register. Someone called me during the week, he's a regular listener to this program, he's getting 2 of his friends to do this program, and he himself also is going to do, and he wants to use the commission of the friends he's bringing it to register for himself. All right, so today we'll start the footwears, rubber footwears. Rubber footwears. Just look at the screen. See what I'm saying. Just see what I'm saying. Are you seeing what I'm saying at all? That Africa is importing rubber footwear worth 2.46 billion. But the export of Africa for this product is $308 million. But the Africa is importing rubber footwear. In Nigeria, we have rubber, raw rubber, that can be used to process, these rubber footwears. Rubber footwear are worn by a number of people, especially during the raining season, because it's easier to use, and it's also used on the farms. It's used on the farms, it's used in construction. Rubber footwear is very useful in a number of places, and Africa is importing 2.48 billion. South Africa leading in that import, 4.5%, followed by Nigeria, 10.7%, followed by Algeria, 7.36%, followed by Ghana, 6.78%, followed by Angola, 4.81%, Kenya, 4.3%, Tanzania, 4.24%, Guinea, 3.67%, Uganda, 2.762%, Benin, 3.53%. So huge import of rubber footwear in Africa. And since a number of African countries have rubber trees, I think this is a very viable product. I didn't even know we are importing this huge volume, you know, because it's durable actually. So I can understand why it's a major item of import, because it's very durable. Rubber footwear is very, very durable. You know, I saw one a lady was wearing some time ago. It was at an event, and if you don't look at it very well, you will know it's made from rubber. She was wearing it to office, and she worked in a bank. And this shoe was made from rubber. The shoe was made from rubber. And it's wearing it to the office. And you will not notice. And she said she imported them. She actually sells them also herself. She actually sells them also herself. And remember, one of the things I have advocated on this platform, that you don't need to be the manufacturer of the product you are exporting. You can be a merchant. There are a lot of big manufacturing companies in Nigeria. A number of them need to begin to develop their export market, export business. Because before now, many of them were not thinking of export because they can't even meet the demand locally. But I tell businesses that, look, export should not be because of profit. Export could be as a result of being able to, survive the challenge of forex in your country. Survive the challenge of forex in your country. So when you think of export, in my opinion, beyond making money, it is a channel for survival. It is a channel for survival. It is a channel for survival or strategy for survival. A lot of businesses in Nigeria today are having big challenge because they can't access foreign exchange. But some other businesses in Nigeria are not feeling the impact at all. Because in 2016, when oil price took Nigeria into recession, some people already learned their lesson. And you know what they did? They began to export their own product, other companies' products, and even raw materials. Why? Because they need FS for survival. So you can sign up as a distributor for manufacturers in Nigeria to trade their product under the African Continental Free Trade Agreement. To trade their product under the African Continental Free Trade Agreement. And you can distribute their product to sub-distributors in those countries. So I'm basically saying that as I show us this product, please don't look at it and look, I don't have a factory to produce this. No, that's not the way to look at it. Who are those that are producing already that I can work with to be able to take advantage? So I'm showing you the numbers. These numbers are huge. The opportunities are enormous. The opportunities are enormous. Who are the competitors? Who are the competitors? Who are those that we must compete with under the AFCFTA? Who are those that we must compete with under the AFCFTA? Tunisia. So if you want to export this product, Tunisia, can you see an example of the rubber footwear? Can you see one here? This one is very, very common nowadays. This one is very, very common. This one on my right is very, very common nowadays. Very, 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 very common. You know, very common. Then also this one, the one on the lower left corner. This one is used in farm, is used in on construction site, is used in different places, in swampy areas. It's used in swampy areas. So we can take advantage of this. Who are the competitors again? Tunisia, 36% of the export in Africa. Morocco, 27% of the export in Africa. Cote d'Ivoire, 16.9% of the export in Africa. Kenya, 21.9% of the export in Africa. And South Africa, 2.3%. Malt extract. Malt extract. Malt extract. Malt extract is used by breweries, by those producing different drinks. Those producing different drinks. A huge opportunity, I must say, because the import of malt extract is $1.9 billion. $1.9 billion. By the way, malt extract is produced from barley. Malt extract is from barley. Malt extract is from barley. Now, you know, barley is a grain produced in different parts of the world. In different parts of the world. It's one of the most important food crop grown in Borno State in Nigeria. And in Nigeria as a whole, barley. Barley. So we have barley production already in Nigeria and a number of other African countries. That means it's easy to produce malt extract in Nigeria, and people are already producing it actually. But Africa is importing malt extract of a significant magnitude, of a significant 1.9 billion. And guess the leading importer? Nigeria. Guess the leading importer? Nigeria. Anything that will involve food. We have market in Africa because, like I said often on this program, we basically are living for survival in Africa. So, because we are basically living for survival in Africa, what happened? We bought a lot of food and food-related items. So with this opportunity for malt extract export or trade in Africa, I strongly believe is something that can be considered for export by Nigeria. Because of the amount of production already been done on the continent. Basically from barley. Basically from barley. So the fact that Nigeria is importing malt extract, for me, it says a lot. That means the opportunity is there, no doubt. But guess what? Not many are doing a lot in that space. Not many are doing a lot in that space. Not many are doing a lot in that space. And the opportunity is huge, humongous, and great for those that want to play in that space. Malt extract. Who are those exporting it? South Africa, Ghana, Senegal, Egypt. Who are those importing? Nigeria, 16.8%. Algeria, 9.35%. Senegal, 8.52%. Egypt, 7.92%. Libya, 6.57%. Mali, 7.6376%. Cote d'Ivoire, 3.92%. So there's a huge, huge opportunity for this product on the African continent. Huge opportunity for this product on the African continent. Considering the fact that the raw material being used to produce this malt extract, which is used for the production of our malt drinks, is mainly from barley. It's mainly from barley. It's mainly from barley. So who are the competitors? Who are the competitors? South Africa, major competitor. If you are thinking of exporting, major competitor. Senegal, another major competitor. Ghana, another major competitor. Kenya, another major competitor. And Egypt. These are countries that you will need to. And you know why it's important to know your competitors? If you are going to sell that product, ask yourself, at what rate is your competitors currently selling this product? At what rate? And that then give you an idea. That then give you an idea of what you should be looking at. That give you an idea of what you should be looking at. In terms of, is it going to be profitable for me? Do I have what it takes to be able to sell at the rate my competitors are selling it? Those are critical questions you need to answer. Those are critical questions you need to answer in order to be able to play in that market. All right, let's move on. Cold briquette. For those that don't know cold briquette, for you know, when you see, whenever, for those in Lagos, or wherever you are watching me from, if you have been to a sawmill before, what do you see in a sawmill? In a sawmill, after the sawmill, the wood has been sawn, what happened after is that you see the sawdust on the floor. You see the sawdust on the floor. What happened is, you see that sawdust on the floor? More often than not, do you know what they do? We burn those sawdust. There was a time I was going on 3rd Mainland Bridge in Lagos, and I was going to a radio station, and that day I was going to talk about cold briquette as an export product. And guess what? I saw cold briquette being I saw sawdust being burnt. You know, because the sawmill need more space. So in the bid to get more space, they burn the sawdust. They burn the sawdust. Unfortunately, these same sawdust can be used to produce cold briquette. A briquette is a compressed block of coal or coal dust or other combustible biomass materials used for fuel and kindling to start a fire. Used for fuel and kindling to start a fire. It is made from biomass, but the most common biomass you see around is sawdust. The most common biomass you see around is sawdust. So look, there is much food in the tillage of the poor. There is much food in the tillage of the poor. I'm glad to see that Africa is exporting $8.36 billion in coal briquette. And the fact that South Africa is leading that for me is commendable. So this is one of the few products that Africa is exporting more than it's importing. Africa is still importing up to $2.85 billion in coal briquette from within and outside Africa. $2.85 billion. But Africa, as a continent, is exporting 8.36 billion of coal briquette. Interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. You know, coal briquette, you can check it online, is used to, it has a lot of functions, actually. It doesn't just have a lot of functions, like used in absorbing moisture, is used in water filter. It can be used to absorb moisture and odor from the air in your home. It can be used to absorb moisture and odor. It can be used to remove odor from fridge. In room. It has multiple functions. Multiple functions. Multiple functions. And a lot of Europeans will buy this because so they can use it to warm the house. And I'm glad to see the volume of export of this. We have a lot of land in Africa, in Nigeria in particular, with a lot of wood and trees. And we do a lot of processing, actually. We do a lot of processing, actually. And this processing that we do is to produce wood, furnitures. And we have a larger land mass than South Africa. But South Africa is doing a lot of export of this product. So someone has to wake up to process this. And you can check up, do your research yourself and check coal briquette. What does it take to process this? What does it take to process this? And you will agree with me that you can get this sawdust almost entirely free. Almost entirely free from the sawmill, because you are going to be helping the sawmill to remove their waste. Instead of burning it, you are removing it for them. Instead of burning it, you are removing it for them. And since they will always have to continue to do so, you have enough market. And even in farms, after harvesting, or when land is being cleared, I mean, there's so many sorts of biomass that can be used to process coal briquette. Remember, coal briquette have a huge market in Africa, a very huge market in Africa. With the level of import being done, despite the fact that South Africa is producing this much. Despite the fact that South Africa is producing this much. So it's so critical and important for us to use all the opportunity we have under the AFCFTA to take advantage. The opportunity is there. What's going to be painful under AFCFTA is that foreigners are likely going to take advantage of this more than Africans. And the reason why that will happen is because many of us are not aware of these opportunities, which is why we are doing what we are doing right now, for individuals and people to take advantage of this opportunity. I strongly believe Africa have huge opportunity to achieve MDG 1, 2, and 9, reduce poverty, reduce hunger, and reduce inequality through trade on the African continent. And in the bid to contribute our own quota to make that a reality, that explains the reason why we do this free seminar every week. And I'm sure that a lot of people that are not aware of AFCFTA as a result of the effort on this platform has been able to. You know, this program usually is called Import-Export Platform, or import, when we're on radio, we call it Import-Export Helpline. When we move online to the internet, and then we decide, look, let's go on Zoom to do this program. And we decided that, look, we need to focus a lot on AFCFTA because the reason why ETLS did not do so well, and many West African countries, including Nigeria, could not benefit from it, is basically because only big businesses are aware. Only big businesses are aware. Many small businesses are not aware, and only foreigners. You know, when foreigners come in, they look for all the incentive and take advantage of them. They look for all the incentive and take advantage of them. They take advantage of all the incentives. Why? They go into our laws and read it. And that's exactly what they will do again under AFCFTA. Because you know what? They cannot afford to lose African market. And that's what is about to happen under AFCFTA. And they cannot afford it. Why? This is where the market is, because we are basically consumers. And you will see the trend line of the usage of this particular product. You see the trend line is growing, is growing, is growing, is growing. And then cement. Sorry, before we leave, remember, if you are going to do this, the country to beat is South Africa, and mainly South Africa and Mozambique. Basically, Southern Africa are the major producers of this, and the markets are in Morocco, the markets are in South Africa, the markets are in Egypt, the markets are in Senegal, the markets are in Mozambique. You know, you notice a trend in this data as we talk about it from time to time, that a lot of countries import the same thing they export. That's very common. Import the same thing they export. So South Africa and Mozambique are exporters, and they're also importers of this item. And that happened also in Nigeria. Mauritius is a market to consider. Senegal is a market to consider. Egypt is a market to consider. These are major markets in Africa. Cement. Cement. We're already doing so well in cement. Courtesy the Dangote Group. I'm of the opinion that we probably will be able to do much more if we work with the manufacturer. Like I said, you don't need to set up your own factory. I mean, to even set up some factory, you know how much it costs. But like I said, the interest should be, if you have money and you want to take advantage of AFCFTA, question you should be asking is, how do you partner with those already producing? If they are a market, they are not. I know Dangote is in about 10 countries in Africa where they are producing, and they are supplying, they are strategically located in different regions, actually in Africa, and they are supplying in those areas. So who are the major importers of cement in Africa? The market size of cement is 1.71 billion. Import. You know, import is different from local use, actually, because some of those products are produced in those places and they are used there, actually. They are used there, actually. So who are the major importers of cement in Africa? Ghana, 12% of import in Africa. When I say import, always remember the import is not just from outside Africa, it's both from inside and from outside Africa. The reason why we are only looking at import from inside and outside is to let you know, okay, this is the market size of import. So if we say people are importing, this is the market size of import. This is the market size of import. So just to give you an idea of the total market size of import in Africa. Total market size of import in Africa. So cement, Ghana, 12%. Mali, 8.67%. Cote d'Ivoire, 7.64%. Kenya, 5.74%. Burkina Faso, 5.6%. Uganda, 4.82%. South Africa, 3.7%. DRC, 4.4%. Cameroon, 4.29%. Togo, 2.58%. Guinea, 2.81% of the $1.71 billion of import of cement in Africa. Of the 1.71. And you know why cement is a big one in Africa? We have a very huge housing deficit in Africa. We have a very huge infrastructural deficit in Africa. Those two deficits require a lot of construction. And for those construction to happen, we need a lot of cement. So you can understand why, despite the production of Dangote and other African manufacturers of cement, in different parts of Africa, Africa is still importing 1.71 billion. Both from within and from outside. I think it will be more from within. So who are the major exporters of cement? Egypt, 18.3. Nigeria, Senegal, 18.2. I'm suspecting the Senegal might be what Dangote is doing in that area. Nigeria, 9.04. Togo, 11.5. Uganda, 6.59. Tunisia, 6.4. Zambia, 7.9. Morocco, 7.92. And you will notice something, that the trend line is also growing. Like I said, we need a lot of housing in Africa. We need a lot of infrastructure in Africa. And one of the ways to take advantage of those infrastructure, to be able to build those infrastructure rather, is take advantage of the producer of cement. So the producer of cement in Africa are taking advantage of the low infrastructural deficit in Africa and low, of course, housing units, of which we need cement to do those constructions. So who are the competitors? Egypt, of course, 80.3%, Senegal, of course, Togo, of course, and Zambia, major competitors as far as cement is concerned. Scented mixture. Scented mixture. What exactly does this mean? Scented mixture. Scented mixture. You want to produce fragrance, different kind of aroma, you need mixture. of different scent. And there are some example of scent family that often go well together. So example of scent family that often go well together. Citrus with flora and mint and spice to form a particular kind of fragrance. Spice with flora with wood and with citrus mixed together to form different fragrance. We have the citrus from orange, from lime and the like. We have the spice where you have the vanilla-like kind of tone, cassia, black pepper, cinnamon bark. Then we have the herb grass itself. Then we have the flora oil, often from powdery and soft smelling, very much often like flowers from which they come from. The oil like lavender. There's some from tree and wood themselves. And these are mixed together to produce scented mixture. It's interesting to know that the market for the mix of this scent is $1.92 billion. Interesting stuff. I don't know those that are in that market. I think it's something we can consider really, because, you know, in an environment where you have a lot of vegetation, do you know some countries, I know Nigeria that import some of these things from Middle East, and those people producing Middle East import raw material from all over the world and mix it in Middle East and then export it. Now, they will import some of those raw material from Africa that are in the rainforest region where these things are growing. Can you imagine? We send the raw material to the Middle East, they mix it together in the Middle East and export it back to us. Then we put them in our perfume. We put them in our different food item and preparation. Whereas we can produce ourselves. I hope AFCFTA will make us to take advantage of that. Nigeria is a major importer of scented mixture. Nigeria is a major importer of scented mixture. Of course, you should not be surprised. You should not be surprised. Followed by South Africa, where Nigeria is 14.3%. South Africa is 12.1%. 12.1%. Egypt, 10.08%. Egypt, 10.08%. Algeria. Algeria. 9.88%. 9.88% from Algeria. Kenya, 5.76%. These are huge importers of this item. Huge importers of this item. And to think that fragrance, aroma, is taking this kind of market, in my opinion, it is amazing, actually. It is amazing, actually. I can't imagine it. But good enough, Africa is producing, so makes life easy. Means we have an opportunity right there that we can take advantage of. A huge opportunity right there that we can take advantage of. A very, very huge opportunity right there that we can take advantage of. Trend line of usage is growing. anything that human needs use. You know, scent I use a lot, aroma I use a lot in food. Anything that human need to use. Can you see that it's growing? It's consistently growing. It's consistently growing. It's an interesting one for me. It's consistently growing, consistently growing. Who are the competitors? Egypt and South Africa dominate that market. Egypt and South Africa are dominating that market. Egypt and South Africa are dominating that market. A very, very huge market, I must say. Egypt and South Africa are dominating that market. So if you are thinking of going to that market, remember your competitors. Soya beans. Soya beans. Interesting. Soya beans. I think that a number of Nigerian agro commodities, we need to do something serious about them. You know, I know there was a time CBN was isolated 5 products for support. And those products, I think cocoa, palm oil, sesame, I think shea, about 5 products. And I was asking myself the rationale behind those products. Why not dropping those products? Can we also include some other products like soya beans? And I'll tell you why. We need to do something about the reason why Nigeria has not been able to do well in soya beans production and export. And the reason is this. Do you know that all the major export of commodities that Africa exports, the market size, if you combine cocoa with cashew, with ginger, with gum arabic, with hibiscus, with if you put all of them together, major export are Greek export of Nigeria and other African countries. The total market size is probably about $20 billion or max $25 billion, max. But do you know that soya beans alone is more than ×2 of that. Soya beans alone is almost $60 billion. So if our objective as a nation is to generate forex, I think we have opportunity to generate more forex from soya beans than cocoa. Why not leaving cocoa alone, cashew and others alone? Can we begin to look at these soya beans of a thing with huge potential? And do you know what's driving soya beans? Do you know what's driving the craze for soya beans? Do you know what is making demand for soya beans to be almost $60 billion? It is because soya beans is now being used as a replacement for a number of hydrocarbons. A number of hydrocarbons. So apart from using soya beans for food and for feed of animals, soya beans is used as biodiesel fuel for diesel engine. This can be produced from soybean oil by a simple process called trans-esterification. Trans-esterification. It removes glycerin from the soybean oil, leaving behind soya biodiesel. Interesting, right? Interesting. Soya biodiesel. Do you know what this is saying? You know, there is so much work being done to replace hydrocarbon because of the move towards greener society, greener environment, greenhouse gas emission, reducing all these issues around, you know. So there's so much talk around that. So in the bid to ensure that we build a sustainable environment, we are going back to biodegradable materials to be used. For a number of things that we use hydrocarbon for today. The use of biodiesel reduces particulate emission, and it is non-toxic, renewable, and you know what? It's environmentally friendly. The biocomposites are building materials made from recycled newspaper and soybeans. Particle board, laminated plywood, and finger-jointed lumber are made with soya-based wood adhesives. Wow, wow, wow. Soya products are also found in many popular brands of home and commercial carpet and in auto upholstery application. Soya oil produces environmentally friendly solvent that safely and rapidly remove oil from creeks, streams, and shorelines without harming the people, so we can use it to clean up the Niger Delta. Soy as an ingredient in many industrial lubricants is used as ingredient in lubricant, in solvent, in cleaners, and in paint. Can you see the reason why we must do something about soya beans? You know, we need to be strategic, actually, as a nation. We are celebrating our 60 years anniversary. And the strategy should be around where is the world going and what do we have as an advantage to position ourselves for the world? How do we take advantage of this $60 billion market of soya beans? Not just in Africa, beyond Africa, actually, beyond Africa. Beyond Africa. China is importing 57% of the world export of soya beans. 57 out of the 60 billion. Almost 60% is China alone. 60% China alone. And the major exporter are Brazil and United States. United States is the major exporter before, but because of the issue with US and China, Brazil is overtaking US as at 2018. Brazil are overtaking US. Come back to Africa. In Africa, it's glad to see that Egypt is a major importer. It's a major importer. It's glad to see this. That Egypt is a major importer. And you know what I discovered? Asians are major importers. Asians, Middle East are major importers of this item. Major importer of soya beans. Can you imagine how much Africa is producing for export? $156 million. So small. So small. So small compared to what we are capable of doing. Compared to what we are capable of doing. You can see the trend line also is growing. The demand for soya beans is amazing in our world today. The demand for soya beans is amazing in our world today. Who are the competitors? Ethiopia. Nigeria also imports soya beans, $16.2 million, even though we can produce it. Ethiopia, Nigeria, Togo, South Africa, and Malawi are competitors. Competitors under the AFCFTA. Competitors under the AFCFTA. We'll be rounding off here today. I believe you've learned one or two things again today. Remember, our objective of this program is to educate the public on the opportunity that reside in the African Continental Free Trade Agreement. And we are saying that, look, we have a huge opportunity to take advantage of the African Continental Free Trade Agreement, and that the only way we can take advantage of it is to increase information, knowledge of it on the African continent. And that's what we have decided to do. And that's why we are doing what we are doing. That's why we are doing what we are doing. You know, if we do not do something about it, AFCFTA will come and go, and we'll realize other countries, South Africa, Algeria, Morocco, Egypt, are the ones that will take advantage of this opportunity. But I strongly believe we can if the message go around. And more importantly, like I said, don't forget about the hurdle of you setting up yourself. Rather, why not partner with others and be a distributor of this product? Maybe you can now set up your own factory sometimes in future where you have the market under your control. So let me wait for your comment as usual and question while we listen to some of these. So you can drop your comment at the end of this. I will ask your question. Thank you very much.
And so as manufacturers, producers, and importers, there are solutions to your foreign exchange challenges.
Awesome. Hello, I'm Sangha, Comfort Zone Manufacturing.
Mr. Frank, Amigo Manufacturing.
Fantastic presentation, by the way.
Thank you.
You sounded so confident in your presentation. How are you coping with the current economic recession in the country? You know, as manufacturers, we are largely dependent on local market.
Why this is on?
Many of our finished goods are piled up in the warehouse because demand from buyers have reduced. What do you think is the way out?
You are right actually, I'm also experiencing the same situation. The current decline is making it difficult to sell locally. But I'm already preparing to take advantage of the African Continental Free Trade Area, AFCFTA.
AFCFTA?
Are you not aware of the fact that the whole of Africa have come together to sign an agreement to trade together duty-free? And that means, after manufacturing my products, I can ship it to 53 African countries without payment of duty.
Awesome.
Which is an extra market for me. This program is starting next year, and I'm already preparing to take advantage of it.
Wow, thank you so much. How are you going about it? And how can I also prepare for it?
Well, I'm currently training myself and other staffs to take advantage of this. And I've found an executive diploma program in export business from the American Institute of Extended Studies to enable me achieve this.
This is great. Thanks so much for the information. How can I also enroll for this program?
To register for an executive diploma in export business management and take advantage of the African Continental Free Trade Agreement,
simply call 0809-124-4449 or send an email to tradacademy@3chimpix.com.
Someone is asking a question. How do we register for AFCFTA? The program will start, Aisha, the program will start next year, January precisely. And the modality for registering your product will be made available. because of the concept of the rule of origin, every company that wants to participate will have to register their product under the African Continental Free Trade Agreement. And the way it's going to work is this. You are going to, when you register, they are going to have to come and check your factory to be sure the product you want to export is indeed produced in Africa and is also not just produced in Africa, it meets the rule of origin. That means not every product produced in Nigeria will be eligible for export under AFCFTA. If most of the raw material of the item is from outside Africa, most likely it will not be eligible. So, but if majority of the raw material is from here, I think about 60% raw material, if it's from here, then you are getting ready for AFCFTA. So they are going to do all those checks before you can take advantage of it. Someone said, you talk about partnership for this, for those who doesn't have what it takes to do this export business alone. Please, how do we go about the partnership? No, by partnership, what I mean is this. As an individual, if I want to export a finished goods, I don't need to go and set up a factory. I can partner with the manufacturer of that finished goods to be able to export that finished goods. That's basically what I'm saying. That you can partner with the manufacturer of the finished goods to be able to export the finished goods. That's basically what I'm saying. So look for, if you want to export any item you're looking at, if you can produce it, then partner with someone producing it, be their distributor in those destinations. That's what I mean. Please, is it only in Bonu? No, it's not only in Bonu. I just use Bonu. Bonu is one of the major areas, but I can check. I will try to check. Let me play this video. I will check and then let you know other places that barley is produced in Nigeria.
Welcome, sir. This is the second time I'm coming to see you. I need to know how to go about this export business. Please do relax, sir. With all due respect, I need to see a manager. You guys need to be able to give me enough information about this export business. I'm sorry, sir. The bank is a financial institution. We offer financial advice to the best of our knowledge. This is just waste of time. My manager might be able to give you some recommendations. Please do hold on. Hello, sir. Please do come with me to my office. So I was told you needed information on export business. Well, sir, a lot of opportunities have passed by me in the past few months. I have received so many orders for my product and services abroad, I just don't know how to go about it. Well, it's a good thing you came here today. One of Nigerian's foremost trade consulting firm 3T Impex now provides export support services for both intending and existing exporters. Really? Support services like, well, name it. Export market advisory, export product advisory, export skill acquisition e-learning, export pricing advisory, export contract advisory, export paperwork advisory, export finance advisory, to mention just a few. Wow, this is like a dream come true. How do I contact them to know more? Simply call 0809124449 or send a mail to tradacademy@3timpex.com. Export service designed just for you. Subscribe to 3T Export Support Services now.
Okay, someone else is asking a question. Please, is it okay? Now I'm checking that. I'll get back to that. What about exporting raw soya bean? No, you don't need a factory, but you need a cleaning location. You need a place to clean. You know, when you are doing any agri commodities, you need to avoid, number one, you need to be able to test it to know the moisture level, the oil content, and then the impurities must be removed. So removal of the impurity to make it clean, bagging it in a neat way, and also ensuring that you know the oil content and moisture content. So you need not a major factory, but at least a processing place where you can get all this data. So you'll be sure what you're exporting is good enough for you to be able to export because of the fact that you have data about the specification, the quality specification of the item you are exporting.
Wow, man, you are doing quite good.
You are not doing bad yourself.
How is your business doing these days, with the economic decline here and there? You don't look like you are being affected at all.
Well, it's affecting everyone. I just found a way of, expanding market for my services.
Really? Tell me more.
Let's talk in my office. So basically, I found a way of taking my services to other countries in the world. Hence, I don't have to depend so much on the current economic situation in our country.
Oh my god, this is awesome. But how did you go about it?
Well, thanks to 3T Impex and American Institute of Extended Studies, I was able to acquire skills and competence to take my skills to the world. Through Executive Diploma in Service Export Management.
That's just great. Is this program just for everyone? You know I'm not into ICT service like you.
Well, the following services and many more can be exported. They are ICT, professional services, management consulting, marketing, training and education, engineering and architectural services, entertainment services, customer services and call center, graphics and photography, HR-related services. Don't get me started on the benefits. Earning in foreign exchange, increased sales volume and so much more.
I'm not waiting to hear more. I'm calling 08036522946 right away.
You can also send a mail to tradacademy@3timpex.com.
That's it. I'm signing up right away.
To sign up or know more about our services, simply call 08036522946 or send a mail to tradacademy@3timpex.com.
Someone is asking a question. He says, where can we source rubber in Nigeria? South, Delta, Rivers, Edo axis. Delta, River, Edo axis. That's where you can source for rubber. Is there an export hub you can introduce me to? Can you introduce me to export where I can find exporter? I can be an off-taker in Canada. Where you can find exporter. What are you looking at, Laolu? What are you looking at, Laolu? Please, Laolu, you can, I will recommend you chat me. Let me know what you are looking at. I'm also working with someone in Canada. He's also here, Edward. So we can always work with as many people as possible in Canada. So Laolu, you can chat me and then we can take it up from there. I've dropped the link to the Telegram channel for those that want to have access to this video after now. If you are not on the Telegram channel, please join the Telegram channel. You will see this video before tomorrow evening. The video should be on that channel. Both audio and video will be on that channel, maybe from tonight or tomorrow. So you can easily listen to it again. Someone is asking a question, where can I source for soya? You can source for soya in Benue. Benue is a major producer of soya beans in Nigeria. You can source for soya in Benue, please.
Hey Paul, what a surprise to see you in the port, of all places.
Life is full of surprises, I guess.
You and this your sense of humor. I came to relax at the riverbank before I sighted you. So, what on earth brings you to the port?
Actually, I came to oversee the export of my products.
You must be joking, right?
No, I'm not.
When did you start producing? Not to talk of exporting?
I actually started some few months ago. I now produce and export processed food items. And basically I am here to oversee the shipment myself.
Wow. It's been barely 15 months since I last saw you. Won't you tell me how all this happened?
Of course I will. Let's go grab a sit.
So how did you become an exporter in such a short time?
Well, the last time we met I told you of my plans on exiting paid employment. So I was looking out for a business to go into. A few weeks later, I came across a training program organized by 3T Impex Trade Academy, one of Nigerian's foremost trade consulting companies.
Really?
Yes, the training is tagged From Export Novice to Export Legend.
Sounds great. Tell me more.
After 6 months I completed the diploma in export business management. And in another 6 months, I successfully produced and packaged, even without having a manufacturing company.
Amazing.
I know, right? And all this is aside the free export advisory services, free export license, free books and audio materials, to mention just a few.
Wow, thank the heavens I came down to the port today. I am definitely considering this. How can one get started?
Simply call 0809-124-4449 or visit www.globaltradecollege.com. You can also send an email to tradacademy@3timpex.com. Be a pal, own your own export business, and become an export legend today.
All right. Laolu, I just dropped a message for you on chat, so you can always reach me. Thank you very much, everyone, for being able to make it again today. Remember, you can pick up this on Telegram channel from next week. From tomorrow, rather. See you next week, Thursday, as we have part 7 of this program, exploring exportable products of Nigeria to Africa. See you next week. Have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye.